What's up everybody? My name's Chris. I am the Casual Flipper. I'm super excited for this video. We're gonna dive into my process of how I plan on sending 800 books in Amazon FBA from my driveway. I don't have a warehouse or anything like that. So I'm gonna show you my process from start to finish, how I can get this done in 2 to 3 days. So let's dive into this video, let's dive into this intro, and let's get things going. So I'm outside now. I really want to show you guys exactly my process. So start to finish, books. This is how I plan on getting 800 books this month into FBA. Start this off, I'll show you where I'm working. I got this pod, it's 16 feet. I can somewhat comfortably get 6 pallets in here. So they haven't arrived yet. They'll be arriving here in probably a half hour or so, and I'm going to document that process for you as well. But before they arrive in here, I just want to show you. So these totes is where I put all the duds. And what I'll do is when I'm done sorting through everything and I have duds, I'll make an ad on Facebook which just states thousands of books, $2 a book, or a box for $10 or what have you. And people just come, build boxes, and they'll leave. I've been profiting probably about $100 a week using that method. And sometimes if I get really rare or nice books, I'll put them as well. So that's been really good for me as well. So that's what those totes are for. I line them on each side. You can see there, I also have a heater because it's been, we're getting late in the season now. It's getting pretty cold. And I'm sure too, I got garbage, recycling, so I'm trying to be as environmentally friendly as possible. And then the duds ultimately are getting recycled is where they end up. So I'm just going to wait here for these pallets to show up, and until then put this on hold. So one thing I want to add really quickly before this truck does show up is how I actually lay it all out. The last scenes, everything was just kind of messy, but I want to show you how it is. I mean, it's still messy, but that's outside the pod. So in the totes there, that's where I'll put my duds. And then I do have a bench there. It's really dark, you might not be able to see it. And that's where I put one box. I put one box on that stool, I work on it, and then I just keep going through them that way. So now it's just a matter of waiting for this truck to arrive. All right, so now that everything's all loaded up, I'm going to show you how I process them and the process that I use to make it efficient, and then I'll dive into later on in the video the software that I use to upload them. Just kind of doing a quick analysis on them, a quick look, and while I was loading them up, I can already tell that this is going to be very good. Last week it was not good. It was magazines, and I got a media pallet full of cassettes and VHS, so I just gave them some feedback, and it seems that by doing so, it's really benefited me because these look very, very nice. I'm excited for the rest of this video. I'm excited to process this. Anyway, let's get to the process. I'm going to show you how I get this done in about 2 to 3 days. All right, so this is kind of how I have things set up. All of the boxes, they're full of unsorted. And then I do have my light here. I got a heater there, and the heater is hooked up to Wi-Fi. So when I wake up early in the morning, I can actually just tell it to turn on through the Google Home, and then I come into the pod and it's heated. So I have the light, the heater, I have a setup over here. Sometimes I'll go live on Instagram while I'm working just to kind of talk to the community. But what I do is, for this purpose, I have the box here. Normally it would be here, but I can't seem to get the setup correctly for this video. But it's just a matter of taking the book, doing a quick sort through, and scan. So that's kind of the process there. I'm going to clip in a little video of what happens when I scan it. The app that I use is Scoutly to scan, and I have some triggers set up whether or not I should buy this book or not. So I scan this. We're going to assume this book is no good. It gets tossed. So it's just a matter of scan, toss, scan, toss. Now the ones that I keep, I have a separate pile. Normally I would have a milk crate right here, boom, and there it goes. And then I just fill up that, I go through as quick as I can, and then I bring them inside to list them, which is the next part that I can show you. All right, so I'll show you this part of the process, just the flow of it. There's really not a whole lot to explain. That's gonna be in another video about how to use Turbolister and what exactly that does, but essentially it's a faster way for me to list books on Amazon. I used to use the Seller Central app. I'd click that little camera up in the corner and I would scan the barcode and then go through it that way. If I was to list 800 books doing that method, it would be possible, but it would be incredibly time consuming, which is fine. I would do it, but there's a much better way, which is Turbolister. There's several other programs I'm aware of, but this is what I use because it comes with my subscription with Scoutly, which is fantastic. So after I already have this set up. So it might not be, it's gonna be straightforward for me right now because it's set up, and once you get yours set up, you'll be good to go as well, quite easy. So all I'm gonna do here, I know you can't see the screen here, but at the top of the program, there's like a search bar, which is where you input the IBSN. So I'm gonna turn on my Bluetooth scanner, which is connected to my PC. I'm just gonna scan this barcode, and I have a Dymo printer label writer 450. It's gonna print the tag for me, and I'm gonna place it on the back. And there we go. Now, one thing you may notice is there's a label on this. A lot of these books do have labels on them, so I'm gonna have to remove those one at a time. And then, of course, before you do that, you wanna make sure this book's good. I already checked it over, so I know it is. And then I'll take this book and I'll place it in my box. So it's just going through the motions in that order, one after another. All right, so we're now hours later. I have these 4 boxes done. It was about 200 books roughly is what was in this shipment. 1, 2, 3, and 4 over there. So now the process is simply scheduling UPS pickup. They'll pick these up tomorrow morning or early afternoon, and away they go. So before I can receive more books, the next step is actually gonna be getting rid of the duds that are left in the pod. And that's something that I'll show you tomorrow, how I do that, because there are literally probably 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds of books in the pod, so I have to get creative to get rid of them, but also thinking environmental. I don't want to just be throwing them in the garbage, so I do recycle them, and I'll show you how I do that. All right, so now it's a matter of getting rid of my duds. And sorry I don't have my microphone on, I'm not sure how this audio quality is, but I'm getting rid of the duds. I don't have a truck yet, I'm still in the building process. So if you're watching this video, you probably are as well. So we gotta be patient, build up the business, and then we'll get the shiny thing. So I have to rent a truck for now. So that's what I've done. I've got the U-Haul cargo. So now it's just a matter of bringing this back to the house, loading it up, and then we're taking it to the recycling plant. All right, guys, so now I got the U-Haul truck here. It's just a matter of loading up all these duds in there and then bring them to the recycling place. So I'm gonna load up this van, this cargo van, and then we're gonna head off to the recycling plant. All right, the truck is all loaded. Now it's time to head to the recycling depot. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm here. Now my only job is to unload all the books and then get the heck out of here. All right, guys, so that's the process, start to finish. The pod is now empty. I just got some cardboard there that I need to recycle, which I'll do tonight. Got to bring the U-Haul back, and there's 5 more piles coming tomorrow. So this is just rinse and repeat, an ongoing process. The faster I can get rid of my duds, the faster I can get more books. The more books I send in FBA, the more money I can make. books is all the numbers game. So if you can figure out how to send in the most books as possible, that's the key to success. And this is how I'm doing mine. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, comment. Be sure to join the reseller Discord. Remember, I really appreciate you. Be well, keep crushing it, and stay real.